What up, what up, what up? It's K.Honesty, and I'm about to do a quick little review of Peacock's hit limited series, Fight Night, the Million Dollar Heist. So if you haven't seen it by now, which I feel like you should have, it's been on Peacock for weeks now. It just took me a minute to review it, but if you haven't seen it, turn this video off and go watch it and come back and watch this review. And please like this review and subscribe to my channel. It's a simple, free, anonymous way to support my channel. The best way you can help support is by liking and subscribing to the channel. I am not a public speaker. I will tend to fumble my words and say and so and like 1,000 times. I may stop to regain my thoughts. I may slow my speaking down to regain my thoughts. Anything I say is my opinion. It does not reflect anyone or anything associated with the show. And, of course, comment below what you would grade the entire series, what you thought of the entire series. If it's something that I forget to talk about that you felt like I should have, which I'm pretty sure I will because I have no notes. I'm just going off the top of my brain. Please comment below. And, yeah, I like to comment. I like to grade the episodes before and after my reviews. But since I'm about to review the entire series, I'm just going to grade the entire series. And I'm going to grade this entire series. This is probably the first. I'm going to give it an A+. Should I do minus? Because it's one little thing that it's one little thing in this series that kind of didn't sit right with me. But you know what? I'm going to give it an A+. This is my first time giving an A+ grading since I think Snowfall went off. So that's a big deal in my book of reviews. Because I ain't gave an A+ out since Snowfall, I don't think. But yeah, so Last Chance, Peacock's hit limited series, Fight Night, the $1 Million Heist. If you have not seen it, turn this video off so you won't get any spoilers. So like I said, I don't have any notes like I usually do. And I usually go like episode for episode. But I'm just going to go off the top of my brain and talk about the series in its entirety. So yeah. Like I said, I give this series an A+, A+. It was a star-studded cast, like Kevin Hart, Terrence Howard, Samuel L. Jackson, Taraji Henson, Don Cheadle. Like the list goes on and on. I know I'm forgetting lots of people. Chloe Bailey, Lori Harvey. It was a lot of people in this damn David Banner. Yeah, I had to look up the damn list. What's his name? Sean, Kanan's son from Powers. What was his name? Senqua Walls. That's his name. They had the little brother from All American on there. His name is Jalen Hall. They had Melvin Gregg on there. I think he's a phenomenal actor. He was on a Netflix show called American Vandal. That's why I first discovered him. That nigga did a good job. They had Teresa Celeste on there. I've been following her for a long time on Instagram. Her Instagram name is like Top Notch something or something. But I was surprised to see her on there. She did a good job on there. She was one of my faves on the damn show. But yeah. Dude named Miles Bullock, who I feel like looks like fucking Tony Baker. But he's not Tony Baker. If you know who Tony Baker is, then you'd be like, oh yeah, he do look like Tony Baker. But he wasn't Tony Baker. He did a good ass job because he made me hate him the whole damn series. But yeah, we're going to get into it. So basically this show was about Muhammad Ali coming back to Atlanta to do another fight after a fight that he did a while before that. I can't remember the whole specifics of it. This is why I say I was going to give it an A- because the dude that played Muhammad Ali, I'm sorry, like, peace and love to that brother, but he did not do the character justice. And I haven't seen a lot of Muhammad Ali's mannerisms and the way he moves and acts and talks and stuff, but I just felt like dude was trying too hard for me. So that was the only reason why I said I would give it an A-, but I can't do that because the rest of the cast did their thing. So I can't just give it a minus because of one actor. But other than that, it was a good ass show. So basically, if you've seen it, it was right after Muhammad Ali's fight. It was an after party, and it was thrown in Samuel Jackson's honor, whose name on the show I think was Frank. Was it Frank Moten? I think it was Frank Moten, wasn't it? Yeah, Frank Moten. So it was in Frank Moten's honor. They brought all the gangsters from all around the world or whatever to come to this party, this after party, and it was supposed to be run by the dude named Emerson. He was supposed to be the one planning the party or whatever. But Kevin Hart, who plays Chicken Man, He's like a slick, conniving nigga who run numbers or whatever. He swooped in and to the dude Silky and talked Silky into letting him run the party and hosting it at Taraji's house. What was her name? Her name was Vivian on the show. Hosting it at Vivian's house. So everything's going smooth until the night of the party. The robbers come in. The robbers are Miles Bullock, the fake Tony Baker, Cinqua Walls, Kanan's son from Power. Chloe Bailey was there. She had her little cousin that did the job with them too. Little brother from All American, Spencer's little brother from All American. Then we had the big stocky dude. Oh no. Yeah, big stocky dude from the show Obliterated on Netflix. If you ain't see that, he was a part of the cast too. He was a part of the robbery team. But Emerson didn't stay to do the robbery. He just gave them the lick and then he went off somewhere. So that was suspicious from jump. So instead of them niggas just robbing the party and leaving, they robbed the motherfuckers that was there, and then the people that was already there, they had them stay and dance and act like the party was still happening, and they was robbing motherfuckers as they arrived and shit. So now you got all these gangsters there. The gangsters, Clifton Powell. We all know Clifton Powell, who always plays the bad guy in every damn movie and shit. He's there. He's one of the gangsters. He's playing like a mush mouth. You could barely understand what he's talking about. David Banner's one of the gangsters. There's a couple of them. A couple of them came from out of town. Got this pork dude who works at like a pork shop, beef shop, whatever the case may be. So they robbing all these motherfuckers. Frank wasn't even about to go at first, but Chicken Man ended up conniving his way to get Frank to go. Terrence Howard is like Frank's right-hand man, like his number 2. So everybody they do end up getting to the party. They end up getting held at gunpoint by the robbers and shit. They took them all down to the basement. They stripped them naked. They got them sitting down while they taking all the jewels, the furs, the money, all that. They put Teresa Celeste, Taraji P. Henson, and Chloe Bailey in the room together. And of course, Teresa Celeste and Taraji P. Henson start suspecting that Chloe is in on the shit because of the way she moving. And of course, she was, I can't remember. How the fuck did they get out of that scenario? I think they overpowered 2 of the gunmen or something. And then everybody ended up getting out. Chloe, the big dude from Obliterated, he's the first dude to die. So Frank Moten's henchman is the big black dude. If you seen The Walking Dead, the last season of Walking Dead, they had the Commonwealth and the black dude from the Commonwealth. He's the one that plays Frank Moten's henchman, or his bodyguard or whatever. He takes out the first robber, which is the black nigga from the show Obliterated. I can't think of him. I don't know if he in anything else. They take Chloe Bailey hostage to get more info out of her. They don't get shit out of her, but Frank smokes her. So all the robbers, they start dying one by one. Mind you, this is the South, and this is back in the 70s. Still very much racism, very much segregation, but not segregation, but still segregation. Very much Jim Crow shit going on. And Don Cheadle plays the only black cop in this whole country hick ass situation that's going on. So of course he still got to deal with racism in the police force, racism going on outside the police force. All the while he's supposed to be protecting Muhammad Ali, which he did. He did his job of protecting Muhammad Ali, but then it goes into him having to look into this case. So like I said, once the party ended, the robbers started getting killed one by one. First, first the dude from Obliterated, then Chloe Bailey. Then Chloe Bailey's cousin commits suicide while being interrogated by the police. Or he might have got killed in the interrogation room. You never know, because that shit was hella racist and hella sus. He gets killed. Who else dies? Then what's his name dies? Melvin Gregg. His dumb ass took some of the jewelry, tried to take it to his uncle's chop shop, trying to see if he could get it pawned off. And his uncle like, get your dumb ass out of town. He gives one of the jewelry they stole off one of the women. He gives it to this girl he's smashing. The girl he's smashing goes to Frank Moten's bodyguard, tells him, oh yeah, you know, he flaunting around the jewelry. He planning on leaving. You could catch his ass. He ends up getting smoked. In the midst of all this, Don Cheadle and Kevin Hart, Chicken Man, they end up working together. Because now Frank Moten and all the gangsters and shit think that Chicken Man is responsible. So Chicken Man's now on the run. This dumb bitch Taraji, Vivian, she goes back to her house where the party happened at. Gets her ass caught by David Banner when he's playing one of the gangsters. So now they trying to use her to get the Chicken Man. The gangster David Banner, he ends up getting smoked because Frank thought for a second that he was involved. Like I said, Don Cheadle plays the cop and Chicken Man, they end up working together trying to figure out who robbed the party, who was responsible for the robbery. They go to see Melvin Gregg at his trailer. He gets smoked by Frank's peoples. Is it Frank people? Yeah, he gets smoked by Frank's peoples. Yeah. What else happens in this whole debacle? I mean, this whole debacle, Chicken Man's wife leaves him. She's tired of the lies. She's tired of the fearing for her life and him stepping out. He brings Vivian to her house to get stitched up. Thinking his wife don't know shit. Thinking his wife dumb. Whole bunch of shit. What else happens? At one point, Teresa Celeste and Taraji P. Henson end up having to work for David Banner until he gets smoked. But then this opens them up to doing their own business, to where Taraji starts working with his funeral owner and then brings Frank in on it. Frank trying to buy some land. He trying to buy some type of land on the property where he has to meet with the what's the dude name? I don't even know the dude name. He played like the mayor or something. But he been in a lot of shit. Y'all know who I'm talking about. Frank has a meeting with him and dude basically telling him like, you a gangster. I would never do business with a gangster. But then in the end, Frank does get his business. He ends up working with Taraji. It works out. But anyway, now after Melvin Gregg done died, now we down to the last three robbers, which is Cinqua Walls, who is Kanan's son from Power. The little brother the boy that plays Spencer, little brother from All American, and then you got what the fuck is the dude name? Evil Tony Baker, Miles Bullock, the one that we hated because this nigga was the worst. He was the menace of everybody. He didn't give a fuck about nothing. He just wanted the money. He was willing to kill everybody for all the money. And then you got Emerson, who's the nigga that put it all together, but he was nowhere around and shit. So now you got these last three niggas on the run. But meanwhile, Chicken Man face is all over the news. They blaming him for it. He trying to lay low, but at the same time trying to figure out who trying to set him up and who set up the robbery and all that. Then we find out towards the end that Terrence Howard, the one that plays Frank Moten's right-hand man, was the one that set up the robbery, told the dude Emerson to get all these robbers together to rob the party. Now he telling Emerson, I need you to smoke these last three robbers. I need to eliminate all the loose ends. So now Emerson calling these last three robbers, telling them to meet me somewhere so we can exchange all the loot that y'all got for cash. Y'all can get out of here. Y'all can get out of the country or get out of the state, whatever the case may be. But of course, it's a setup. He's supposed to be killing all of them. But the fact of the matter is, Cinqua Walls and the dude Emerson, they was in the war together. So Emerson kind of don't want to do it. And then he tells Evil Tony Baker to kill Spencer, little brother from All American. So they go out to this abandoned club or whatever the place is. Don Cheadle and Chicken Man, following all the clues or whatever, ends up finding them, following them. They flip Cinqua Walls, try to get a deal. Get him to they flip him, try to get him to give up the other two robbers. Before he could do that, Emerson shows up. Shit started looking shady. Cinqua Walls pulls out the gun on them. Spencer's little brother from All American comes out the back And mind you, Simple Walls done helped raise Spencer's little brother, or they grew up together, they grew up around the same neighborhood or whatever, and he just met Evil Tony, and Spencer's little brother just met Evil Tony Baker. But Evil Tony Baker telling them, you know, like, after this over, we take our loot, I'm gonna take you up there to where I be at, show you how to be a real gangster, whatever the case may be. So Simple Walls got the gun on Emerson and Evil Tony Baker. Spencer's little brother come out, shoots Simple Walls because he thought he was about to shoot Evil Tony Baker. Even though Evil Tony Baker was supposed to kill Spencer's little brother on Emerson's orders. So, you know, Emerson didn't want to kill Simple in the first place because they was war buddies. So he immediately kills Spencer's little brother. And then Evil Tony Baker kills Emerson. So now Evil Tony Baker is the only robber left. Chicken Man and Don Cheadle and Evil Tony Baker, they have a shootout. They captured Evil Tony Baker. They tell him to cooperate. He might get some time off his sentence. So now they trying to meet up with Terrence Howard. They set up this whole little diner scene to get him to confess to being the one that set up the robbery. So now they got it all on tape. But before they could take Terrence Howard in, Frank Moten and his people come and rescue Terrence Howard. Take him away. And then they kidnap Chicken George. They kidnapped Chicken Man too, Kevin Hart. So now Kevin Hart trying to tell. No. Yeah, at this point, Don Cheadle goes to get Frank. And he like, I can tell you who planned the robbery and all that. You take me to Chicken Man. So they get out to the land that Frank Moten trying to develop or whatever. And Terrence Howard, he done got the whole little group of gangsters to come and join forces to take Frank out. So they all get to the land or whatever, and what happens after that? Yeah, Chicken Man and Frank go into a room. Chicken Man tells Frank, you know, Terrence Howard, he the one that set you up, he the one that set up the robbery, all that. And Frank's like, I already knew that. And I already knew that he was about to try to backdoor me with the gangsters because he ain't give a fuck about this land, but now he care about coming out here to see it, whatever the case may be. So I already knew what was going to happen. So he fake kills Chicken Man, comes back out, and then Terrence reveals his whole plan because I guess Frank Moten used to work with Terrence Howard's daddy, and I guess some conflicting shit happened to where Terrence Howard secretly had all this animosity for Frank Moten. But one thing I appreciate, when they had that whole setup scene when they were setting up Terrence Howard at the little diner, Evil Tony Baker said to Terrence Howard, I don't know why you had to go through all this robbery shit to get Frank. Why you couldn't just put a bullet in his head about your daddy? Like, why it had to be all this? And I was like, exactly, why did it have to be all this? Because now you done got police involved and motherfuckers getting closer to figuring out what's going on. So they all out on the land, like I said. Terrence Howard finally reveals himself, basically. The whole time, Don Cheadle had the whole police follow him out there. So the police done came out there. They got all the guns on the gangsters and shit. And then Chicken Man come out like, nigga, I wasn't dead. We got your ass. Terrence Howard gets taken in. For some reason, Frank Moten's bodyguard gets taken in too. I didn't understand that part at the end. I was like, why did he get taken in? Was he a part of it? He didn't seem like he was a part of it. But none of the gangsters and Frank Moten, they don't get arrested. And then Don Cheadle, oh yeah, at one point, Don Cheadle lost his job. He got suspended because he had a racist ass colleague that said the word nigga, and Don Cheadle glassed his ass and got suspended. So this whole time, Don Cheadle wasn't even supposed to be working the case. But after all this shit done went down, and he done caught the actual people that planned the robbery. He gets promoted to what's the shit called? When they investigate cops. I forgot what it's called. Internal Affairs. Is it called Internal Affairs? Internal IAB. I think it's what it is called. When they investigate crooked cops and shit. So he gets promoted there, and he gets to arrest the racist white cop dude. Because the racist cop dude, he been having all types of flags on this foul and shit, racist shit that's been going on. So Chicken Man, he ends up getting his wife back, and he stops his conniving, slick ways and turns into a pastor in the end. Oh yeah, while Frank Moten and his people came and rescued Terrence Howard, they smoked the evil Tony Baker. So all the robbers got killed. None of the robbers survived. So none of the robbers survived. Like I said, Taraji and Teresa Celeste, they ended up doing the business with Frank Moten. It looks like Frank did end up getting his land. Yeah, like I said, Don Cheadle got promoted. Chicken Man turned pastor. It worked out for everybody else. I wasn't surprised. I mean, I was surprised that Chicken Man ended up turning to the police and they ended up working together. Oh yeah, because mind you, Don Cheadle arrested Chicken Man for some shit years before the robbery happened. So Chicken Man already had this grudge against Don Cheadle, and Don Cheadle against him as well. So they already didn't like each other, so they had to work together to clear Chicken Man's name and find the actual robbers. But yeah, this was a good ass show. It was a good ass series. Star-studded cast, they could have made it a movie, but I'm glad they didn't. They had me on my toes every week. I was geeking to watch the damn episode. I was mad they did it week by week. They gave us some first good ass 3 episodes, and then we had to wait week by week to watch the rest. I was y'all like good about that, but it was worth the wait. It was a good ass show. Like I said, I would give it an A+, because the cast was just like chef's kiss. It was a good ass cast, good ass storyline, based on true events. You can never go wrong with that. They showed the real Don Cheadle and Kevin Hart at the end. The real Chicken Man and Detective, whatever his name was, they showed them at the end. So yeah, I mean, it was a good ass show. If you sat through this whole thing and you didn't watch it, then you should still go watch it, because my description ain't give you everything. But yeah, this was a good ass show. I would definitely give it a 10 out of 10, rated an A+, all that good stuff. And yeah, if you feel like the grade should be lower or higher, or whatever the case may be, leave it in the comments. Leave your thoughts and all your thoughts and inscriptions in the comments. If it's something that I forgot to talk about, please leave it in the comments, because I'm pretty sure I did. I'm pretty sure I didn't cover everything. But yeah, leave it in the comments. All the good, bad stuff, whatever, grades, all that. Like and subscribe to the channel. That's the easiest way that you can help my channel grow. It is anonymous. It takes less than 5 seconds out your time to do. Just like and subscribe. Thanks for watching this review. Comment, like, and subscribe. I'm going to say that again. And I will see y'all in the next review. Peace.